What is up, everybody? Angry World Cup Gaming here, and we're back with another let's say episode, but we're back with another video. And I actually want to go ahead and talk about this subject. Now, you guys know I have a player career mode in my channel, the Peruvian player career mode, and ever since I've been playing it, I've been playing it on PlayStation. You know, I don't have no mods or anything like that. We have the regular experience and stuff like that. And right now, I want to go ahead and talk about how would I make the player career mode or the player career mode feature better than it is in FIFA. How would I make it better? All right, how would I make it better? Now let's get into this with reason one. I don't know how many reasons I have. You'll see how many reasons I have by the end of this. Let's get to reason number one. And reason number one, I will add the request a loan to buy deal. Now, how would this work? Now, you guys know, as we have right here, I made a career mode. We have Jack Grealish here. Now, basically, I have the request to transfer loan and a request. I would add a request a loan to buy deal. How would it work? So basically, if you have the request transfer, you leave the club, or request a loan, you leave the club, but you don't get bought from that club. I say add a request a loan transfer. You basically let's say, for example, I send Jack Grealish on a loan to buy deal and the team that sends me is Dortmund or something like that, right? When you go ahead, you sign with them, you go ahead and accept the loan deal, you sign with them, and then go ahead and you basically go ahead and play yourself in Dortmund, have one season or two, actually discuss the contract or something like that, I guess you could say, and some stuff like that. Right? So I would basically go ahead, request a loan to buy deal, and then once the season ends, depending how you played that season, is depending if that team will buy you. So let's say if I used Jack Grealish, we sent him on loan to a team like Dortmund, Barcelona, or something like that. And if I perform well with Jack Grealish, I will go ahead and the team will go ahead and review my season and say, you know what, we'll offer you a contract if you're fine with it, and then you have the option to accept the deal or reject the deal. Let me know if that would be a fun way, request a loan to buy deal. I think that would be a fun way, make it a little bit more experienced and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get into my next reason, guys. And this is reason number two. I know in a different game, but let's listen to me on reason two. Change the goddamn formations. All right, so when you play, like you have the NBA 2K21, and in NBA 2K21, you basically, when you reach a specific overall, you can go ahead and basically change the minutes, and well, not the minutes, but change the formations or change the minutes or the positions of the players. I think if we go ahead and if we go ahead and do this, we could go ahead and in career mode, we could go ahead and do this something similar, but you could control the positions, the formations, the plays, or the attacking. So, let's go ahead and get back into FIFA, and I want to show you guys what I mean by that, And this is what I mean by this reason. So when you play player career mode, you basically cannot control the lineups, And I think it'd be more funner if you can go ahead and control the lineups, because they have Jack Grealish playing at the camp, and you have other players in your team that has the -2, blah blah blah. And when you play this, it honestly gets annoying. And trust me, you're playing out of position. Like when I played with my Oscar Perez career mode or my Peruvian player career mode, when I played in Nashville, they kept playing me out of position, and then low key got me annoyed because my overall went down, and that's not the position you want to play. So this is just an example. For example, let's say I accept the deal to go ahead and take the job from Sheffield United. I'm not really gonna go ahead and do this career mode, but look at this. So what I mean by this is you have the option to do this. So let's say Jack Grealish was still playing and all healthy. We could go ahead and basically go ahead and change the formations. I think changing some formations, go ahead and change some formations, make it better, have players play the positions they are meant to be playing at, because you have a bunch of players out here who are not playing the proper positions you want them to play for, and it literally gets annoying. You want them to play a specific position and stuff like that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the next reason. And option number three, it is basically influencing players to join your team. So let's say I was still playing with Jack Grealish and Aston Villa, and I go ahead and I was like, you know what, I want to go ahead and sign somebody from, let's say I want to sign Rodriguez Contreras, I will influence the manager to go ahead and buy the player and be like, yo, can you go ahead and buy a player? And then they'll get back to me. You know how you have, like, when you send a request to your manager to put you in a transfer list, they review it and they say, hey, we're going to go ahead and put you in the transfer list. Hey, we're not going to put you in the transfer list. So I say influencing transfers or loan deals. Influencing transfers or loan deals will make it a little bit more funner to get some players you want in your team, to make it a little bit more funner. As you guys can see, let's say I want this guy to go ahead and join us right here. He can go ahead and join us. Bam, we signed him. I don't know. We just go ahead and sign Rodrigo Contreras. And then when we sign him, we go ahead and sign him. And then, he'll be part of the squad and influencing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of this. So let's go ahead and get to the game we were just in, an NBA. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. An example of what I'm talking about is BAM. It says right here, you can influence a trade. When you play NBA 2K21 career mode, you can go ahead and influence a trade for a specific person. Hey, I want to go ahead and sign Jay Crowder. Let's say that. But in FIFA, I'm talking about in FIFA, you go ahead and have like a similar feature like this, but like requesting a specific player. You go ahead and search up, like, we had that little thing. You'd be like, you get, in 2K, you have a different, it's more different in 2K because in 2K, you only have 3 options. I think in FIFA, you shouldn't have a limited of options. You should go ahead and go for it. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below if you think this would be a more better idea and stuff. Just let me know if you think it's more of a better idea. So let's go ahead and get into the next reason. Now, I know we're still in NBA, but this is another one, requesting a transfer. So in NBA, you can go ahead and request a trade to a specific team you want. Let's say if I wanted to trade, I can go ahead and trade myself to a specific team in NBA. Now, I'm thinking in FIFA, we could go ahead and do something similar, but you request a transfer to a specific team, though. Like, it gets boring. You're getting offers from teams you don't even want. That's what I don't like about career mode, I want to get offers from teams I want. So, like, when you go ahead and request a transfer, you basically, you get transfers from, like, and it takes you a long time. So, like, I think there should be a feature where you should basically look into some teams, like, you basically look into the standings and stuff like that, and then be like, would you like to request a transfer? And then basically it will let the manager know that you want to transfer to that specific team. The manager will go ahead and contact them and stuff like that. So let's get into FIFA, show you guys a little bit more of an example or something. And see what I'm talking about here? It says right here, request a transfer. Now, I think something we can have here is request a transfer to a specific team or something like that. Like, when you request a transfer, see what happens is you basically send a request to the, to the manager. Hey, let me go ahead and take my way out. Let me go ahead and leave the team, right? But, like, let's say you're really interested on a specific team, and let's say you're interested in you're really looking into the favor of let's say you want to go ahead and look at Feyenoord, there'll be an option. Hey, look at this. This is the Feyenoord squad. If you want to go ahead and join, go ahead and join. I requested a transfer. It says recent request. I consider you, but you turned you down. Yeah, you guys get what I'm trying to say, though. Like, get requests, like request a transfer to a specific team you guys want to do, and then the manager will go ahead and review it like usual, and then be like, we'll try to contact the team and see if they can go ahead and send you a bid. If not, they'll come back to you and be like, the team does not want, or are not looking into specific players or player roles for specific players, and you can go ahead and look for another team or something like that, or you just go for the move and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into the next reason. Reason number 2 is the free agency, leave on a free. So here's the thing. When you go ahead and play career mode, you don't even have the option to leave in a free. And I think that kind of sucks, honestly, when you don't have an option to go ahead and leave in a free. So, like, basically the same thing on, like, requesting to leave, request a transfer to a specific team. When you leave on a free, you could basically sign with any other team, I mean, the wages, you're not getting anything out of this or anything, you're just gonna get ahead. So let's say Jack Grealish was a free agent this season. We go ahead and sign with Deportivo Alaves, like something like that, and like, that's what I'm talking about. You go ahead and sign with Deportivo Alaves on a free. You leave on a free. You can choose what team you want to do, or they give you a couple teams. I say leaving on a free. They should let that allow it. Don't resign you. They could give you a contract to go ahead and resign you, but leaving on a free, the free agent option, go ahead. They should go ahead and add that. But you would, no matter what, if you leave on a free, you will go ahead and be on a team. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. Leave on a free, go ahead and do something like that. That's what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and get to the next reason. I know this reason was short, but let's go ahead and get to the next reason. My next reason, and this is going to be an interesting reason. My next reason is cutscenes. Yes, cutscenes, more cutscenes, bro. Because let's say, for example, we got this offer from Chelsea, right? We go ahead and accept this, right? For example, let's have this example for a change, right? Jack Grealish gets an offer from Chelsea, we get the offer, we get accepted, and bam, we're in Chelsea now. We're wearing a Chelsea shirt. I think now in PES, there's something similar. Now when we play PES, I don't have it downloaded, so I'm not gonna go ahead and show y'all. But in PES, when you sign up a specific player or a player signs, you get a cutscene basically that they have signed to the club, yada yada yada. Something similar like this. I say we have something similar like this. Jack Grealish, like let's say Jack Grealish goes ahead and then bam, right now there will be a cutscene playing that Jack Grealish has just arrived to Chelsea. He's ready to go ahead and complete his journey, make it a little bit more realistic. Go ahead and go through everything. Jack Grealish, he's playing at Chelsea now. He got a cutscene, right? Every time when you play a game, I think there should be like a cutscene where you have your teammates. Try to get your teammate chemistry. I think another thing we can go ahead, that might be something we could really talk about as well. But I think interacting with your coaches, interacting with your teammates and stuff like that, I think that'll be more funner. For example, let's go ahead. But here's my next reason. This one might be this was going to this reason though. Now, in this reason, I think basically teammate chemistry or basically building a relationship. Relationships, I think, would be a little bit better. Let's say if you have a good relationship with a specific teammate like Mason Mount, right? Let's say Jack Grealish and Mason Mount have a good chemistry. They'll have good chemistry. Mason Mount will, give the passes actually when you ask for passes, or the player will actually give you the passes, or they will trust you with the ball, as long as you guys have that teammate chemistry. The teammate chemistry or the relationship. Like you can have a good relationship with your manager. If you have a bad relationship, the manager might go ahead and just go ahead and take you, sell you or take you out on a loan. And I think that'll be kind of cool if we could go ahead and do that. But that's some stuff I'm talking about. We can have some relationships. Relationships will kind of make the game a little bit more interesting, a little bit more into specifics and stuff like that. But when I was talking about the cutscenes, I might go back a little bit about that. I didn't really talk about it, but like we have more cutscenes. Cutscenes will kind of make the game more interesting. It just looks boring when you play in the menus, though. And I think that might be my last reason. If it isn't, I'll go ahead and get to my next reason, which could be my last. But let's go ahead and get to whatever it is. So let's see what I'm talking about up next. So here's my last reason, and I think it'll be like something like, I don't know how to say it, but let's say you have this last reason, and this might be just a dumb reason. I think it might be a dumb reason, but let's go ahead and just introduce it. It basically request to sell a specific player. Now this goes on with the relationship thing. So let's say I'm Jack Grealish right here, right? And I'm playing on stop, right? And I have a player that I've been disliking recently, and that player is I'm trying to think of a player which we can just use for example. Ziyech, right? Me and Ziyech, we haven't been working out. We've been having like complications. It's like a Cavani and Neymar situation where they're arguing a lot. And let's say you're more like your relationship with him is really low, right? So basically, let's say if you have a good relationship with your manager, you can go ahead and request to sell him, to know that the manager will see that you want to sell Ziyech, and they'll go ahead and sell him. What do you guys think about that, though? I think that would be kind of cool if you can go ahead and sell him and stuff like that. Like, I think selling, let's say Jack Grealish goes ahead and asks for a transfer for a teammate, he can go ahead and be superior. Like, I think you have to be specific overall when you do this. Like, not with Jack Grealish, but when you create a pro as well. Like, this is what I'm talking about, creating a pro. When you create a pro, I think that should go on to this as well, because it can't just go ahead and be, I don't think it should just be, let's say if you're specific overall here, I think you should have objectives. But if you're creating a pro, I think you should have like some overalls. So let's go ahead and get to the next part. I think that should. I think no, actually, I think we're done here. If I do have more parts, I'll let you guys know. But let's get to the next clip, whatever the clip is. Yeah. And this is going to be the last reason, and I think this is the number one last reason. Position changes. Now, as you guys know, Jack Grealish is a left winger, a cam, and a left mid, I think. So I think something cool is like they should have a feature right here where it says change position. Now, when you play career mode, you have the option to go ahead and change positions in the manager mode, right? So I think right here we should have like a position, like, you know, a way to go ahead and build yourself a position change, right? You go ahead and work on your training drills. You have to, you know, it'll take a couple weeks, right? And then once you get ahead and get a specific point, be like, yo, you're ready. You can go ahead and change yourself. Let's say I'm trying to make Jack Grealish the striker, right? You can go ahead and make him ready. This goes ahead with the Creator Pro. I think more positions could be more funner because you might just get bored at playing at the same position. Like we can have Jack Grealish playing at the striker, the midfield, and the defense, and maybe the goalkeeper, but not the goalkeeper. But this is just an example. This is my last reason though. But yeah, let's go ahead. I think if there's any more reasons though, I'll come back to y'all. I don't know if there's more reasons because I'm still thinking of them. But yeah, these are the reasons I have so far. And that'll do it, guys. I have just told you guys, I don't know how many reasons I have put up there as I'm editing this. You guys know how many reasons. Now, this goes to player career mode and the Creator Pro. You know, when you create a pro, I just didn't want to create a pro because, you know, I didn't want to do all that. We just went with a random player. I just picked Jack Grealish because why the heck not? That's what I'm talking about, though. Like requesting, you know, all of that. Basically, this summarizes what I'm trying to say, guys. If you guys agree, disagree, let me know in the comments below. If you guys agree with a specific subject, what would you add to make the player career mode good? If you guys disagree, let me know what you disagree and tell me why. I understand, but this is just what I would add to this career mode. Not add career mode, but add to player career mode to make maybe FIFA 22 something funner. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, be a part of Angry Nation. Hit those post notifications if you're new. Please go ahead. We're trying to get our way to 350 or something like that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.